everyone, I'm Ashley Monet and welcome back to my channel.
All I do is adore you all of the time. I like to
So today I am doing a January TBR / December TBR because December wrap up, just because I didn't read enough to make like its own little like separate video, which is fine. I had like a very like ambitious December TBR, but I don't know, I just think it was because I came back home and I was able to sleep however long I want to, and I didn't necessarily have to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, let's just kind of like hop into it. Like, do not, I guess like this should be like a disclaimer, just don't hold me too like accountable to like these TBR videos, just because I kind of read whatever I feel like it. And right now I feel like all these books, like I could possibly pick these books up next. But just know that I might not get to all these books, and honestly, once I do the wrap up, there might be something completely different on the list. And to me, that's fine. That's okay. But I know some people are very strict about their TBRs. I'm just not, as long as I read what I want to read. So yeah, without further ado, let's just like hop into the video. So first I'm going to start with like what I read in December. So the first book I read in December is A Court of Mr Pirie by Sarah J. Maas. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it, but it was problematic in so many ways. But it is the best book in the series so far. And I haven't read Sarah J. Maas's like other books, so I don't know what those books are like, but this particular series, like I know I did a book talk about the first book in the series, but that book talk, I hate that book talk so much because it made it seem like I had no problems with that book, which I did. I had so many problems with that book. It was just me trying to be nice and not trying to offend anyone, but there's literally not enough people watching these videos for me to even start caring about that right now. So I mean, I kind of want to redo it because it's not it's not accurate of what I think of the book, and I don't know. But this, I am going to do a book talk about this, and I liked it. It was way better than the first one, I feel, but there was also some things holding it back, and I feel like there just could have been more done with certain things. I mean, overall, this book is probably like a 3-star book for me, just because of the things that I personally feel that could have been done or done better that just wasn't. And I also feel like because I haven't read Sarah J. Maas's book, I don't really know what to expect for her. So it's just kind of like, I don't know, it was great. It was a good book. I mean, it was an interesting read. And the next 3 books that I read was the Naruto series. So I read Uzumaki Naruto, which is the first one, The Worst Client, which is the second one, and Dreams, which is the third one. Now, for some reason, I can't find the 4th one in anywhere. So yeah, I have this. It just brought back so many memories because I'm currently rewatching Shippuden because I wanted to watch it in Japanese, and honestly, in the US for some reason, you couldn't watch the whole thing on TV because the series like cut off not even halfway through the Shippuden series. But I'm rewatching it, and while I'm rewatching it, I'm also watching Boruto. But just rereading like these novels, these like mangas, they just bring back so many memories, and I kind of want to rewatch the first part, Naruto, but probably not now because I'm rewatching a ton of filler episodes. I'm not bitter, but you know, it is what it is. So next we are jumping into my TBR for this month. Now, don't hold me, like, it's not like a set in stone, like, this is what I'm going to read. It's just kind of like books that I can see myself picking up this month. So, with that being said, the first book that I think that I might pick up this month is Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven and Other Tales. This is like a graphic novel. I've already read The Raven, which I thought was good. I don't know, I just am in kind of like a poetry mode this month. Like, right now, I don't know why I am, I just am. If that makes any sense. So yeah, I have this book, and I think it's gonna be good because The Raven was good. So inside It's The Raven, The Fall of the House of Usher, The Mask of the Red Death, The Black Cat, and The System of Dr. Tar and Professor Feather. I like Edgar Allan Poe. He's like kind of like the only poet or like storyteller or whatever, because he's done a lot of things. He's done poetry and like other works, but he's like the only one that he writes poetry and I don't like automatically roll my eyes at. The next book that I'm thinking about reading is #Girlboss by Sophia Amoruso. I feel like this should have been a book that I read before going into 2018. Like I should have read it, like finished reading it like yesterday. But I don't know. I just want to read it. I've been in this kind of like mode recently, and it wasn't because it's like new year, new me. Like no, I'm not really down with that. I feel like you're going to be the same, or at least you're going to try to be better, but then comes the 20th and you're the same person that you were in 2011. So stop. But personally, I don't know, I just feel like this is just going to be a really good read, a really good book. I've been eyeing it for a while it's been like lying here. So, and then the next book that I think that I might get to this month is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. Now this, if I actually read this book, this will be the second book on my shelf, the second series on my shelf that is actually completed. I have a ton of books on my, like, series on my shelf, and I have, like, all the books, but they're not finished. The only series that I have finished on my shelf right now is House of Night. When I saw this, I was like, yo, this book is so tiny. It's tiny compared to A Court of Wings and Ruins. A Court of Mr Pirie. And then I open it, and it's, like, Bible pages, and I'm like, yikes. Though I don't think it's as bad as Winter, because I have Winter on my shelf. No, those are Bible pages, like, literally Bible pages. But I can't wait to read this one. I can't say too much about this one. Obviously it's the last book in the series, but like I said, I liked Wings and Ruin enough to continue with it. So and it was interesting enough that made me want to pick it up. So I do actually think I'm going to be getting to this book this month. I think this one's kind of like set in stone that I'm gonna get to in this one. I don't know. And then the next book that I can see myself picking up this month is Whisky Words in a Shovel Volume 1 by R.H. Sin. I've been eyeballing this book for so long, since I've had it, and I've been wanting, like, gravitating to pick it up. So I think this is going to be something that is kind of like set in stone that I actually will pick up and read out of all these books. I don't know, it just sounds interesting. The first couple of poems that I read in it really caught my attention, and you know that I'm not very much of a poetry type of person, so for me to actually want to pick it up and read it is actually a really, really cool thing. So I can't wait to read this one. Next book that I think I might get to this month is Dead Man's Wonderland. Now, all these other books that I have on my TBR, those are like kind of like maybes, but every single time, every month, I always want to read at least one graphic, comic, manga, or something. So I feel like this is one's going to be like set in stone just because it's new. Just because it's new and it's going to be like a quick read. So I can see myself actually picking this one up, and I feel like I am. All the other ones are kind of like, I might pick it up. But I feel like this one I'm going to pick up just because I always pick up at least one manga, comic, or, you know, graphic novel or something like that. So I'm probably going to read this one this month. And then the last book that I may or may not get to this month is Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Now, the reason why I say maybe is because ever since it's been here, I have been eyeballing it, and it's something that is really high on my TBR list. It's something that I really want to pick up very, very soon. So, with that being said, you know, it's been sitting here, and every time I walk past it, I'm like, I need to pick it up. I've actually picked it up and, like, you know, skimmed through, like, the first couple of things. Like, it's a book that I'm going to get to in the near future. I already know that, but I just don't know when I'm going to get to it. But I feel like if I go hard enough, I will get to it this month. So that is all that the books that I might be reading this month and the books that I read last month. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below a book that you really want to get into, like a book that you really want to read this month. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.
All I do is adore you all of the time. I like to